Hi, my name is David, and this is your Belmont Maths Tutor tip. And what I was hoping to talk to you a little bit about today is logarithms. And one problem that a lot of students have with logarithms comes from the way that the symbols work. And if you look at the logs, there's a lot of different properties of logs that can throw students, that can kind of be a little confusing. But here are three of the properties of logs that you might encounter. One is the log of the product of two things, a times b, is actually the same as the log of a plus the log of b. So a single log with a product inside turns into the sum of two separate logs. Here we have the log of a division, right? The log of a divided by b, and that turns into two separate logs where the log with the b in it is subtracted from the log with the a in it. So it turns division into subtraction. And the third property is if you have the log of something where everything inside that log is being raised to a power, then that power can come out front. I like to give this one sound effects, okay? Here's how it works. If you have the log of everything inside the log being raised to a power, then you pick up that power and you bring it out front. So it kind of makes a sound and then thwap, right? So thwap. And here you can see the same thing. The power is gone. It's not here anymore. It's out front instead, okay? Whenever you're dealing with properties of logs, it's a little bit like code breaking. Okay, you can rewrite logs using one of these three properties, but you have to be very careful, okay? And you have to read the properties very exactly. So when you come across something that looks like this, for example, we're so used to the distributive property, okay, that this almost suggests to us, gee, I should be able to write this as the log of a plus the log of b. I'd be distributing the log inside. We're used to doing that when we see something, for example, like 5 times x plus 2, writing that as 5 times x plus 5 times 2, right, the distributive property. But we don't have a property of logs that tells us we can do that, right? There's not a code-breaking property that tells us that we can write logs that way. And in fact, if you look at this carefully, there are no properties that tell us what to do when there is a sum of two things inside of a log. Okay? So when we see something like this, the log of a plus b, we're stuck. We can't rewrite it as anything else.